What is going on, guys? This is Miasin, and I am back with a Floowandereeze deck profile. And now you might be thinking, but Yaksign, don't you hate the deck? I absolutely do. I hate this deck from the bottom of my heart, but unfortunately, I do have to learn it a little more because otherwise, I'm just gonna keep on losing to the deck, and it's not really the way of the Shinobi. I don't want to lose to birds. If I want to lose to a deck, well, first of all, I don't want to lose, but if there's one deck that I can actually tolerate losing to, it would be Ishizu Tearlament, because I'm definitely not biased. Tearlament's best deck. Actually, I'm full of shit. Like I said, I don't want to lose to anything. But before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch and Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Boys, let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes. I know we can do it. You guys are juicy enough to, make it happen. And if we can actually get there, I will be making a beautiful live stream on this deck. And now let's get right into it. So for the Tribute Summon monsters, I'm actually not even playing a single, what's his name, the Apex Avian. I might be side decking it, but in the main deck, I want triple Empen and then one Rise Up. If you hard draw the Empen, then you can actually do things that you wouldn't be able to do if you had to rely on Eaglin. So sometimes your hands can be kind of dog shit, like Ostrich and Toucan with fuck all, and you can still play the game. So yeah, Empen is not too bad, and obviously there is a play with the third Empen where you can actually OTK, so it's not... I don't know, either that or the third or Apex or the second Rise, I don't know. I guess maybe 4 Tribute Summons might be optimal. Some people are playing 5, I think that's too much, and 3 might not be enough. I'm obviously not a bird player or anything, so if you have any other, suggestions or feedback, let me know in the comment section below. But this is the ratio that's been working out the most for me, and I actually like it. Anyways, for the other cards, I'm on Triple Shifter. Obviously, this is the cheat card of the deck. If you draw this card with Robina, congratulations, must be nice, you're skillful at Yu-Gi-Mons. Keep going. Your mom will probably be proud of you if she sees you just consistently drawing this card. My opponents, their hat, these cards are always glued to their hands. Better believe there's no way my opponents will ever brick with this deck. Only I can brick. Anyways, I'm playing 1 Bear Statue of the Stormwinds. You can absolutely play 2 copies of this card if you want to, because sometimes what people do is that they evenly you, and then you're like, bruv, I'm gonna lose this game. And if you have 2 Bear Statues, then you just summon another one on their face, and then they're like, I guess I lose. So yeah, the second one is definitely decent in this kind of situation. And it's also good in order to play around Lightning Storm and Regeki and stuff like that, because this deck actually loses very hard to Lightning Storm. You can't play around it by summoning monsters in defense, since you're only normal summoning. You're never special summoning. And obviously when you're normal summoning, you can't... It's not like the anime, you know what I'm saying? Where they're actually normal summoning in defense. They're actually cheating out there. But we're not cheating, except in remote duels. Well, actually, no, even in remote duels, I don't think people are dumb enough to cheat like that. But yeah, anyways, 1 win Statue of the Stormwinds. If you don't want to break too much, you can side this out going second. And then triple Eaglin, and then triple Robina with 1 Ostrich and 1 Toucan. Oh, they actually changed the name to Stree. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Oh my god. Wow, you see, I actually never played this deck, so I can't even tell. But yeah, Eaglin is the best one when you can... tribute summon, but sometimes it doesn't resolve because your opponents have the hand traps and the negate, so that you lose and you cry. And Robina is the 1-card combo because it searches the Eaglin, but this is a little vulnerable in a way. They're both vulnerable. I mean, everything in this deck is vulnerable. And then the Ostrich and Toucan, they're a little kind of, I don't know, they're bricky if you draw too many of them. Some people used to play 2 Strees, but with Shifter around and everything, I don't know if the second one is that relevant. So I like 1 and 1. I think it's probably the best ratio. And that's it for the monsters. Another monster that you could potentially play would be Simorgh, Bird of Perfection. This card's not too bad. You can chain block with this card, and it actually combos well with Eaglin, whereas Ostrich and Toucan might not combo very well with it. I mean, sometimes the Streak can combo because you have Duality or Prosperity that used, so that you have a card in the grave. Same thing with Terraforming. But I mean, if you have Terraforming and Eaglin, you're winning the game anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we also have, for the spell cards, 1 Duster, triple Dark Ruler, as well as triple Evenly, even though it's not really a spell card. They're board breakers. The 1-ofs you're always going to be drawing, of course, because of Duality and Prosperity, and also because of the fact that, again, for the 10th billion time, you're good at the game. So 1-ofs are always, absolutely always glued to your hands, especially when you need them. So yeah, very good cards, very skillful cards as well. If you activate them, your opponent probably loses the game right up. Well, if they resolve, your opponent loses. But yeah. And then, anyways, Terraforming with 3 field spells is a consistency card, so you need to play 4 copies of this card. You can also play Necro Valley, by the way, in the main deck. It does work. So either main or side Necro Valley, it's also good going second, so why not? Might actually be better than the random D-Fisher, because this card is actually not searchable. And even though, Necro Valley is only searchable by a 1-of, you can still access it a little more consistently with Prosperity and Duality, so it might make sense. And speaking of the Devils, I'm playing 6 spots. Some people are also playing 1 Extravagance, which you could do. That's why it's in my DS section. So I guess I already killed 2 birds with 1 stone by covering 3 cards. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm so good. And yeah, I'm also playing 3 Advent of Adventure. Look, I'm just gonna call it a quick play, okay? This card allows you to gain 500 life points. Oh wow, what a coincidence, time has been called. Yeah, very, very skillful card, oh my god. Yeah, this deck should not go into time, though, because you either win very fast or you lose very fast. It's always the same thing. I mean, when you lose, it's because you bricked, or when you go second and you have no shifter because you're bad at the game, or no board breakers. And when you win, you also win in 2 seconds because your opponent cannot out the Wind Bear statue and rise a combination. It's too much, Bernard, it's way too much. Anyways, I'm also playing 1 continuous spell. I really recommend citing 2 extra copies because these slow decks have a really, really tough time against this card. It's really annoying. And the 1 Fisher, which can also be a Necro Valley. I know the card is a 3. Stop bugging me, okay? I only have I have different 1-ofs that are very sacky because I can excavate them with the pots, so that even when they're 1-ofs, I see them when I want to, and when I don't want to, I don't see them. This is the perfect definition of sometimes, but not all the time. And yeah, I'll re-explain the 3 field spells, even though I didn't really explain it because it's way too obvious. Evenly, I don't know, this card could be like a hand trap in theory, like Imperm or something. But I would not play Veiler because it clashes with Shifter. Not really my cup of tea. And finally, Dreaming Town because it's part of the combo. So yeah, you have to play this card. By the way, it's also a Book of Eclipse in the graveyard for the ones that didn't know. So yeah, this deck actually loses very hard to Abyss Dweller. Very, very hard. Oh my god, if you Dweller me, I scoop. Oh, it's too much, man. And now for my extra deck, I'm on Triple Zeus with Juggernaut Liebe, Gustav Max, a bunch of monsters that you will summon every single duel. So the extra deck is extremely important. You really have to be very, you have to be really careful here because every card matters. Every single small little decision, every single card will always come up every single match. Oh my god. When are you ever using your extra deck? The only situation where it really could come up is when you're trying to out Baguska and Towers-esque monsters. And that's the reason why Underworld Goddess is there, as well as this boy right there, Codebreaker Virus Swordsman. There's also Nightmare Cerberus, but like, do you really want that? I mean, you have to discard a card, and if your opponent has an IQ of 10 billion and summons the Baguska in the extra monster zone, you're gonna be looking at your cards, and you're gonna be like, bruv, I cannot play. But either way, when you're summoning monsters from the extra deck, well, when you're special summoning, you cannot use the effect of any Floowandereeze monster, basically. So you're kind of locked, and you can't really do jack shit. Like, I mean, you can't even use their banished effect or their on-field effect, like on-summon effect. So in other words, your deck kind of does nothing at all. Anyways, Downward Magician so that you can make a big-ass Zeus with 4 materials. I don't even know why I'm playing 3 Zeus, just for safety measures, I guess. Recital Starling, this will never come up. Kikinagashi Fucho, I'm so good, man. I can even pronounce this card. And it's a bird as well. This is also a bird. Oh, this is also a bird. Assemble Nightingale. Now, this is the one card that actually doesn't even suck that much. It really can come up because you attack directly and then you make Downward and then you make Zeus. And then use the effect, you get Imprint because you're bad. And then you go Zeus again and then everything gets cleared and then you win the game. And this is, again, another way to out Zombie World. So, yeah, under Zombie World, Baguska and Towers-esque monsters, your extra deck could come up. So that's the reason why you kind of want at least some relevant cards so that you don't die to that bullshit. And something else that I was gonna say, oh, I forgot. Anyways, Goddess, Access Code Talker, Unicorn, Codebreaker, Phoenix, Cerberus, blah, blah, blah. And for the idea section, Apex Avion, Dark Simorgh for trap decks, as well as Anti-Spell. It's a really sacky combination. If you draw these 2 cards, you win. But if your opponent has even lead, then you lose. But your opponent's not going to have evenly because, again, you're good at the game. Simorgh, Bird of Perfection for the chain blocking. And you can also search the Elbor, Sacred Lands of Simorgh. And get an extra normal summon for a Winged Beast. And for some motherfucking reason, Empen is a wind, which makes near 0 sense because it's an aquatic... It's a water creature. It can literally, like... It doesn't make sense. Have you ever seen a penguin freaking fly? I haven't, but yeah. Anyways, everything else has been explained. Macrocosmos, it's worse than D-Fisher. Fun fact, it can actually get negated by Solemn Warning and Tearlament's Lulucaros, so that if your opponent summons Lulucaros against you, your Macrocosmos is not resolving. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.